This is how Brussels sprouts grow. I'm pretty sure you've never seen this. First of all, I'm gonna decapitate it from the bottom. They're clumps of leaves in between larger leaves, and you can just cut off these clumps, and there you go. One of the best vegetables you can eat.
Hey guys, I wanted to share a beautiful Anthurium veitchii with you all today. This plant is endemic to Colombia, and it gets some of the most impressive leaves in the genus. Look at how long this is. It's about 5 feet tall, and it's continuing to elongate down. And don't you just love the ribbed foliage? I love Anthurium veitchii, anything veitchii. But this plant's been in the collection around 6 years now, and it is getting multiple growths, and the leaves just keep getting bigger. It's insane. But definitely one of my top favorite aroids, and I just wanted to share it with you guys.
Have you ever thought about repotting your houseplants to give them fresh nutrients and more room to grow? Well, I'm going to show you how to do it. First up, you'll need soil. You can buy it, but make sure you're buying houseplant soil rather than garden soil. That being said, I personally like to make my own from peat-free coco coir. Then I add some perlite for drainage and aeration, and lastly I add worm castings for nutrients. Get yourself some larger pots, then check out the roots. If the roots are root bound, i.e. going round and round within the pot, then you may want to detangle them and maybe even give them a little bit of a trim like I've just done here. Then you want to fill the base of the pot with soil, pop your plant in and backfill so that the roots are all covered. So after finishing up with the first plant, I did the second, and then it was time to sit back and relax.
So who takes care of you? I do. Anybody else?
My top pet safe easy care houseplants: Hoya Crimson Princess and Queen, Watermelon Peperomia, Rattlesnake Calathea, the super cute Burrow's Tail, Curly Spider Plant, also known as a Bonnie, Fittonia, also known as the Mosaic Plant or Nerve Plant, Lopelia Moon Valley, and the Purple Passion Plant, which is velvety in texture. Follow for part 2.
Talented, brilliant, incredible, amazing, show-stopping, spectacular, never the same, totally unique, completely not ever been done before.
How many girls do you know actually have hobbies?
Like some girls, like they knit or they read or something like that.
Dude, shout out to girls that knit. Shout out to my queens that know how to knit, make a blanket, a scarf, gloves. Like
Talk about a green flag, eh?
Dude, that's a green flag. My mom did it, my nana did it, my aunts. Like women back in the day just learned how to do things.
I know why you're killing all of your plants. And it's because at some point, the internet told you
Succulents are so easy.
but they're super duper not. And I'm gonna tell you why as fast as I can so that you can get all of the information you need to keep your succulents alive in this TikTok. This is called ateliation or whatever the fuck it's called. It means that they're stretching out because they're not getting enough light and they're reaching for the light, and they're supposed to be all nice and compact like little rosettes. And then when they're not getting like 6 hours of direct sunlight, they get really mad. But then other plants need to be introduced slowly to sunlight, very slowly, because otherwise they're going to start to burn and crisp up. And actually, some of them don't want direct sunlight at all, but no one tells you which is which. Also, when people say they're easy, they actually just mean you can ignore them for a long time and not water them, and they will not die. Do not water them until they get wrinkly, or they will die. They're also extremely susceptible to root rot, so you need to water them, wait a week, repot them, and then wait a week before you water them, because if you disturb the roots at all and then get them wet, they will rot out immediately, which is why they all...
7 billion people need to change the conversation of what success looks like. It is not to make $1 billion. It is to actually wake up in the morning and be in a good mood.
So check this out. This beauty right here is the Philodendron Cream Splash. And if you remember, I was sharing that you can make your pots fuller simply by taking a place where there's a node and pinning it into the soil. I like to use these pins because they don't actually squeeze the stem. And since I'm repotting her right now, I wanted to show you how the roots grow from the node like this. Now I can keep this in the soil if I want to and have a really nice lush full pot, or I can go ahead and actually chop right here and plant this as a new plant. I did decide to go ahead and take some out of her so I can begin to chop and propagate some of her for the shop.
If you're here for my garden tour video, welcome back. In this video, I'll be covering the type of lights I use, how much they cost, and where you can buy them. All of my grow lights are LED, meaning they are low heat, long lasting, and use minimal energy. Up top, I have 32-watt balanced light spectrum grow lights. These are a great multi-purpose option and they'll help get your plants through all stages of life. They also offer 9-watt bulbs at a lower cost. I use these for the times when I need an extra light. They're not as bright, but they do work fine if you have a smaller amount of plants and you're able to have the light closer to them. Down here, I have a 45-watt root farm panel light. This has adjustable legs that allow the height to go from 10.5 inches to 16 inches. But if that's not for you, you can remove the legs and hang it with the kit they provide. All these lights are connected to a Wi-Fi enabled smart plug that I have set to be on for 9 hours per day. As of now, you can find all of these grow lights on Amazon. However, if you just do an online search, you might be able to find them somewhere else at a lower cost. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions.
Ilarium. Update. March 2022. This massive terrarium houses 50 plus roid and orchid species we love and grow. Most of these plants have been growing for 11 months now. And you can see how much they have acclimated in such a short time. The terrestrial plants have made a magical ground covering, serving pops of color, textures, and lots of healthy growth. The epiphytes have climbed toward the light and started putting on a show. Look at those leaves. The Ilarium is inside our storefront and Exotics located in South Philadelphia for us all to enjoy. Follow us for more updates and stop by our store to experience it for yourself.
This is either going to be incredible or it's going to be awful, but either way, it will be.
All right, bud, welcome to the collection. On the shelf you go.
I'm in severe credit card